Shalom, shalom, family. It's Yehuda from YAH'S Assembly. Y'all know what time it is. It's a psalm or two a day. Today we're going over Psalms 30. Now let's get into it. Verse 1. I will extol thee, O Yahuwah, for thou hast lifted me up, and hast not made my foes to rejoice over me. So, in the first verse, David is just praising the Most High, giving him the thanks that he's due for not allowing his enemies to have him killed, because they were trying to kill him, trying to take his throne. You know, back then they really didn't play about that, because if they killed you, they was gonna kill all of your seed as well. O Yahuwah my Elohim, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. Because again, that's why this is called the keys of David, or the keys to the kingdom, because David knew how to unlock, or how to unleash, or how to get the Most High to plead his cause or to fight in his behalf. He knew that you have to ask and you shall receive. So that's why he would always za'ak, or cry out to the Most High. The Hebrew word again is za'ak. O Yahuwah, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Because, David had no small number of enemies that again were trying to take his throne, his livelihood. His own son, was trying slept with all his concubines and wives, trying to take his father's throne before his time. And all that stuff, that oppression can really weigh on you, can stress you out, can make you, weary. You read about Samson and how Delilah had basically worried him almost to death. And that's what worry can do to you, just like it did to Nabal. Once he realized that David, who was the son of man at his time, was going to kill him and every male that pissed against, the bricks or the wall. But that worry, you got to be careful with worry. You shouldn't be worrying. You got to cry out to the Most High and leave it all up in His hands. Because He, just like He did for David, will bring you through it. Sing unto Yahuwah, O you saints of His, and give thanks at the remembrance of His holiness. Because again, this is why this is the key of David, or the keys to the kingdom. Giving thanks, being grateful. In the secular world, they try to say gratitude, but they're giving thanks to the universe. We know that all praise is supposed to go to the Most High. That's who it goes to. At His, because we're supposed to remember His holiness. For His anger endureth but a moment, and His favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. This is a favorite and famous scripture in the Christian circles. But when you're living through that moment, it feels like an eternity. And a lot of people in their life before their time, because they have no faith in the Most High, they only have faith in their doubts, in the symptoms or in the circumstances that have encompassed them, that have surrounded them. So we got to remember, just like when we're going through trials and tribulations, that a lot of times it's because of the Most High's anger, because we aren't being obedient, we aren't doing our part, and you got to endure. That's why Yahushua said, who some call Jesus, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. And in your endurance, or in your patience, you possess your souls. You possess your souls, your life. Because in his favor is life. And in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved, because his faith and his confidence is in the Most High. The Most High is the one that has exalted him. That's why he's extolling or praising the Most High for that. In confidence, and batak. That's the word for confidence in Hebrew. Yahuwah, by thy favor, thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Mountain is kingdom. Thou didst hide thy face, and I was troubled. So, even when you're crying out, there's times when you'll feel like no one's listening. You'll feel like you're all alone. You have no help. And trouble can come up over you. But don't let it consume you, and don't let it control you. I cried to thee, O Yahuwah. And unto Yahuwah I made supplication. He didn't give it to the universe. He didn't give it to the ancestors. He didn't give it to a moray. He gave it to the Most High. who all praises, honor, and glory is due to, the Most High Yah. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? So David, David, like the men that were closest to the Most High, the most faithful to the Most High, they would get bold when speaking to the Most High. They would ask questions. There was a time when Moses was like, well, look, if you're going to cut them off, then blot out my name from your book of life. Like that's just bold. So David, he'd be asking sarcastic questions. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? Like if I die, who gonna make your name known? In other words, like who is gonna be your son of man of this day? Who is gonna uphold your righteousness? Who's gonna uphold that standard? Who's gonna show these people the keys to the kingdom if I'm gone? Hear, O Yahuwah, and have mercy upon me. Yahuwah, be thou my helper. Because again, he knows to cry out. He knows to plead to the Most High for mercy, because all of our righteousness is but filthy rags. We are but flesh. Because the Ruach or the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So he knows, what the things to say to make sure that the Most High has pity upon him, and that the Most High, for one, remembers the covenant that he has with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and with Adam, and to remember the covenant that the Most High has actually set up with David forever, right? Through Yahusha. Thou hast turned from me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Again, because it's about endurance, enduring into the end. It's about patience. Because I know the storm, is coming down. I know the fiery trials are raging. But if you endure into the end, he will turn your mourning into dancing. He will gird you with gladness. Just have a little bit of batak, confidence in him, or amunah in him, just have a little bit of faith. Start speaking things that are not as though they were. That's what David was doing. Pleading to the Most High to help him, to save him, right? To be his helper. To the end that my glory may sing praise to thee and not be silent. Because if he's dead, his glory can't sing praises to the Most High's glory, can it? O Yahuwah, my Elohim, I will give thanks unto thee forever. That is the key to opening the doors to the desires of your heart. Giving thanks to the Most High, not to the universe, not to Mother Earth, not to Mami Wata, not to hoodoo and voodoo and all, none of that. Giving thanks to the Most High, speaking things that are not as though they were, having faith in the Most High, being obedient, because obedience is better than what sacrifice. And always, just like David does, give the sacrifices of praise to the Most High, because he is worthy to be praised. So I just want to say, all praises to the Most High Yah through his beloved son Yahushua HaMashiach. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, and to the strangers that cleave to the covenant. Again, this is Yah Yehuda from YAH'S Assembly. Shalom. Whoa, 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 whoa.